So, hello everyone, I'm Nash, and I work for Braintree. If you've already forgotten what Braintree was from Friday morning, we do a lot of this. We help you get money. So, I'm here to talk about video games. In particular, I'm here to talk about what makes video games effective, what makes you lean on the edge of your seat and lean when you're like playing racing games, and what makes you jump for joy when you win or cry when you lose, what makes you spend ridiculous hours on these things. Yes, this is my actual Steam profile. The Skyrim one was in 2 weeks. So, what makes you do all those things? And that is, of course, immersion. When we talk about video games, when we talk about apps, and we talk about websites, we want our users to feel immersed. We want to capture their attention, and we want them to feel like they're part of a world we've built for them. We want that world to be seamless. We don't want any gaps in the fabric of this world we've constructed to show. We don't want to lose their attention. And developers need immersion. You need your users to feel immersed for this to be successful. If you've got an online store, you need your user to feel at home. You don't want any horrible gaps jumping out of them. If you've got a game, you want them to feel like they're part of that world, like there's some storytelling going on that they're engaged with. You don't want to surprise your users with anything unwanted. So I'm going to show an example of a break-in immersion in an e-commerce application. I really want a teapot. Funny story, I actually own this teapot. So I really, really want a teapot, and I'm going to put quite a bit of effort into going and get a teapot. So I'm going to go onto Google and search for a teapot. I'm going to go for the top result. That looks quite nice. So I'm going to go to this teapot shop. This example was completely accidental. I'm very sorry to the owner of this shop, but I'm about to do horrible things to them. So we go to this teapot shop, and I'm like, I'm going to check out the new arrivals and see what they've got. And I decide that I really like that one over here on the left, that lovely basket weave thing for $50. It's a lovely teapot. That's special, that is. And I really want to pay $50 for this. So I go to the checkout, and I'm really excited at this point. It's in my basket. I'm ready to pay them $50 for this. Really ready to do it. And then I go to the next page, and I get hit in the face with this. And this is just like, what on earth am I looking at? And the funny thing is, if I want to view all of this form in one single page, guess what level I have to zoom out to? 30% zoom. It's ridiculous. And all I really wanted them to do was shut up and take my money. I just wanted this teapot. So what they've done there is they've broken the magic. They've broken my immersion. I found their website. I was engaged in their experience. I was possibly using some search features or something else. I was immersed in buying my horrible, hideous teapot. And then they broke it. So what we're going to talk about is maintaining the magic. I realize it's not My Little Pony. I made a mistake. What we can talk about is maintaining the magic. And not breaking everything. Because immersion is fragile. When you slap your user in the face with something like this, you effectively kill Santa. You ruin it for them. They have a miserable experience. But there's something that can help us out. Massive spoilers, obviously. It's the title of this talk, and that is tokenization. Woo! So tokenization on the surface is taking sensitive data and desensitizing it. Basically taking something we care about, like adorable puppies, and replacing it with something we don't care about. Something we care about, something we don't care about. Care about, don't care about. So, and the reason we do this is to keep sensitive data out of our application state. If there's some attack or something like that, we don't have this sensitive stuff just floating around out there in the open. And it also lets us do some secure transportation. You can encrypt a token you can encrypt someone's details, send it to a tokenization server, and their payment details, their password, nice and safe. But tokenization is much more than just this boring security method. Tokenization is total magic. So I'm going to go through some things. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go through some types of immersion really, really quickly and how we can do them. So tactical immersion. That's the feeling of being in the zone. Say you're playing basketball. If you're getting the ball through the hoop every time, you are tactically immersed. Apps are fantastic at breaking this. When for example, if you think of the Apple App Store, you're about to buy something and it throws a random login into your face again for no good reason. Tokenization can fix this because tokenization is magic. Remember, you've done it before, so it has a token. You've already paid. It already has your details. You don't have to log in again. Wonderful. Narrative immersion. That's storytelling. So a great story is Uber. Uber promises to me that I can order a taxi and it's really easy. Other taxi apps do this, except they always mess up on one vital thing. If my phone runs out of battery or I don't have internet when I get out of the cab, I then have to pay with cash. Uber's like the only one that gets this right. So this taxi app has promised me this certain story and they've broken that narrative. Tokenization can help. If they know my card method, my card details, they can keep that lurking around in the data, and I don't have to pay when I don't have to give them cash when I get out. They can just do it offline. Spatial immersion will skip, but long story short, tokenization is magic. And there's one more thing, one particular example which I think is really cool. It's not just to be provided by developers, it's for developers. So one example of this is one of the Braintree things we do, blah, 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 product pitch. Oh, that's rude. Anyway, thank you.